Welcome back. Welcome back, everybody. Let's see. I know we had a rough start. We started an hour early, and I didn't mean to. But stuff happens when you're excited to talk about Elden Ring. And which I am. I love these. What are these? The open mics. So I'm changing them from the call-in show to the open mic because anybody can join. Anybody can join the open mic, and anybody in the Inquisition Discord, really. And if you want to join, a link is in the show notes, and there's a link in the chat. But yeah, you just get in here, get into the live stream roundtable on hold, and you can have a chance to speak to everybody, speak the world, talk to the world, tell them your ideas, your theories, the principles that you would live by. It's a great thing, I'm telling you. It's just a lot of fun. It's a lot of fun to talk up to everybody about Elden Ring and to enjoy a good conversation. So let me give thanks to everybody that watches the show tonight and everybody that watches the show in the future. And anybody that tells a friend about the show and things like that. Yeah, I appreciate it. So let's see. Tonight we're going to be discussing Elden Ring. We also have a question of the week, and I'll read you the question of the week now. What motivated your choice of ending in your first playthrough? And now that you know, or now that you understand the story better, do you still stand by that decision? What's up, Rattle? Welcome, man. Yeah, I think that's a great question. Yeah. What motivated your choice of ending in your first playthrough? Now that you understand the story better, do you stand by that decision? I'm curious to see what people think about it, what they and if they changed. Because the first playthrough of the game, you really don't know what's going on. Even if you look at lore videos by Serious Moonlight, Not Godwin, or Annie Kipupu, however you say her name, or if you look up videos by Jack is a Mimic, you still don't know the story. You won't know the story completely until you experience the story. And the experience of Elden Ring is beyond words. You could probably get close to it, but my vocabulary is so small that I couldn't, relate to you the words that are necessary to tell you the experience that I had my very first playthrough. Because my very first playthrough of Elden Ring, when I played it, I was like, man, I played this before. It's Dark Souls 3, that's open world. And I put it down. I put it down for almost 2 years. And then I picked it back up. Me and Callistro. You'll see her in the chat. She'll pop up eventually. And then it's almost 3,000 hours later. And here I am. Got a YouTube channel dedicated to Elden Ring. I have tattoos of Elden Ring. I have friends because of this game. I have something to do. This game has, like so many others, I believe, have saved people in a way they didn't expect that they needed saving. Right? What was my first ending? My first ending was, let me see. My first ending was, it was the Ranni playthrough. Yeah. My very first one was the Ranni one. And now that I know the story more, I wouldn't have chose that. because I was thinking, oh yeah, me, yeah, I was pretty base. Welcome back, Rattle Durit Nozzle. I I was I was thinking, oh yeah, my character, he got the girl, she might be a puppet, but they figure things out, right? She's gonna save the world, and then when she says, "Now cometh the age of loneliness, 1,000 years of loneliness and despair," I was like, fuck, fuck. I gave the world exactly what I was trying to prevent it from happening, a bad ending. Okay, if Nostril gets in the chat, I'll pull him first, so he doesn't have to stay up too late. Here, hold on. Let me do this just in case we get some people. Boom. Yeah, so and that's what it was. I was really not depressed. I was really disappointed in her ending being the evil ending, in my opinion. And going back and playing the game again, yeah, it definitely was the evil ending, totally evil. And I don't now. I only pick it now just because if I need the footage or something. Um, if I had the choice now, the ending to me that is the best one are the synoptic endings, and that's what I tend to do. That's the ones I tend to go for. Um, but I look forward to hear what your endings are. What it is. Like I said, don't be shy. It's just me. It's just me, the Golden Inquisitor. I don't bite much, and join the Discord. Come into the chat. Tell us, and let's discuss why you picked it. No judgment. It is what it is, right? And maybe don't judge yourself too much, because I don't judge myself too much about it. But yeah, it's a thing. Let's see. How can it be? Ronnie already married to me. Oh man. Okay, no. So she may be married to you, but her heart belongs to me. But I want to see Jackal C streaming Dark Souls 3. Well, yeah. Oh, everybody. Oh yeah. So, like I said, here's something. Let's do a little promotions for friends of the Inquisition or Inquisitors. Um, so here we go. Tonight, after this, Jackal Khan will be streaming on Twitch, right? He'll be on Twitch. His stream is whatchamacallit, Sunstorm Jackal. Check it out. It's great stuff. And soon he'll be streaming on YouTube as well. But here's his Twitch link. Boom, because that's my homie. Let's see who else. Not Godwin. Check out his channel on YouTube. Annie Nikipu on YouTube. Let's see who else. Serious Moonlight on YouTube. These people are the future of the Elden Ring community. They're the future. I'm like the transition. I'm like John the Baptist calling it out. I'll soon get beheaded and everybody will forget me, and that'll be fine. Because I got to know these people. I got to know these people before they got famous, before their Vadi videos, before, they take over the world. I got to know them. So make sure you go and check them out. It'll be awesome. Let's see what else. That's pretty much it. I don't have any announcements. Oh, I do have one important announcement. Really, I won't be streaming tomorrow. My kids will be here, so don't expect to stream tomorrow. I'm going to be making ribs and mashed potatoes and maybe some green beans with butter and garlic. But that's it. My kids come first. So, but after tonight, I'll be back on Monday, and let's see, Monday for the rest of the week, I pretty much will be streaming. I'm working on a new video. It might come out tomorrow. I'll probably, put it. I'll probably post it by noon. All I got to do is like talk, because you know how I do my videos. It's kind of like I do my streams. I just talk. You want some ribs if you invade? Sure, if you can invade, you can get some ribs. Pork ribs. I got me some what is it? Some sticky sweet from what's his name? What's that? It's that one. Dang, I forgot the barbecue sauce I was gonna put on. Because first I do a rub, and then I slow cook it for like 6 hours, and then at the end I put the barbecue sauce on there, and then let it like I turn up the heat real high at the end, so the barbecue sauce can caramelize on the ribs, and it's so good. I'm telling you, it's the best. It's so good. I'm telling, yeah, it's delicious. It's the only way to eat ribs, in my opinion. And I know some people like their ribs where they're like fall off the bone, and some people that like it where they don't. I like it somewhere in between. If they fall off the bone, you can't really pick it up and eat it, right? I like it somewhere in between, because I don't want to pick it up and then I have to use a fork, right? That's dumb. I want my ribs super well done. Ew, gross. No, yeah, well they are well done, but I don't like them where they're so tender that it's just mush. Meat is meat. That no, I wouldn't say that, man. I wouldn't go that far. You can make bad barbecue. Trust me. Trust me. You can make bad barbecue. Charcoal black ribs. Come on. Oh man, you need to stay on the island with that stuff. No, in Texas, we make the best barbecue in Texas. Texas. We started it. It's the best. If you don't eat barbecue in Texas, you're not eating real barbecue. You're eating like you're eating silver mimic barbecue, mimic tears. You know, you're eating like, yeah, Knox barbecue when you should be eating Erdtree barbecue, the good stuff. Yeah, yeah. Well, and if you're eating steaks, if steaks aren't, Kansas City is better. Whoa, wow. Ah, bro. And with that, we're gonna start. We're gonna start taking calls because this is no. Kansas City is not better. Is no way, bro. 0%. Zero. That. Oh my. Oh my. That's ooh. You're getting me. Okay, I got it. Okay. Roger's still a liar though. I only barbecue Dragon Hearts. The boss says, okay. Okay, I get it. Okay. All right, let's go ahead and start. Who was first? Boss Saucer, I believe, was first. The boss. The boss is gonna come in with something fantastic. I can't wait to hear what he has to say about his first playthrough. I'm really curious. Okay, so anybody that's coming in later, link here. If you join the Discord, tell us about your first playthrough. Tell us about why you decided to ruin the world and do Ronnie's ending, because Ronnie's ending is the most popular, right? Why did you decide to ruin the world? No, but that's not the question of the week. All right. All right, so here we go. Let's boss, where is you? Okay, here we go, boss. Everybody, welcome back to the stream. Boss Saucer. Hello, boss.
Hey, how's it going?
It's going pretty good, man. Let's see if anybody can hear you, what your levels look like. Anybody? How's he look?
Let me
Welcome back, Pharaohs.
test water. Testing water. Who's back?
Pharaohs, man.
Pharaohs.
¿Cómo estás, Pharaohs? Right? Or maybe it's Portuguese. In Portuguese, ¿cómo estás, Pharaohs? Okay, sounds good. Sounds good, boss. Just disappeared.
Sounds good.
Uh-oh.
Okay.
Okay.
Oh, I'm here.
Yeah, you're here.
All
All
right.
right.
I just got silent.
Todos bueno. Oh, okay, good, man.
Todo bueno, todo bueno.
Okay, boss. So you're gonna have to do it in do this one in bilingual. Bilingual.
Oh no, no,
No, no, no, no. I'm
that's
playing.
too much work. Even my Spanish is Englishides,
Ooh,
if that's the
Spanglish.
word. Like,
Spa-
yeah, a word Spanglish.
Spanglish. Okay.
I'm too English for my Spanish. I'm too Spanish for my English.
Dang, bro. You know what? That's the way. No, I'm probably worse than you. I can't even speak Spanish. My grandfather was always like, "You need to learn Spanish," but he tell me in Spanish. I'll be like, "What?"
Yeah.
Anyways, all right, boss. You want to start off with the question of the week, or do you want to go on to whatever you want to? It's an open mic.
No, don't
Anybody?
worry. Hit me up.
Okay, question of the week, boss. What motivated your choice of ending in your first playthrough? And now that you understand the story better, do you stand by that decision? Go ahead.
Well, my first playthrough, just like you, I said like, "Oh, this is Dark Souls 3." But then I got killed by the dragon at Lake Agil, and I said like, "Okay, this is not Dark Souls 3. This is Dark Souls 3 Plus." But yeah, I had a smooth playthrough. Uh, I didn't search for anything. I was really into the game. I didn't roleplay much in my character because I like to do silly names in my characters. You and I, we like to put names in the characters
Uh huh.
and give them some stories. But my first character was was like my proxy, like it's me playing the game. And I'm a vanilla person. I didn't try to do any ending, especially. I was scared when I talked to Rani. I was scared in Volcano Manor, like, oh shit, this is the ending. Should I keep talking to them,
Uh huh.
or even with the frenzy one? And I believe I messed up the ending when Melina left me at Langdale.
Really?
But no, everything was okay. And basically, to make the story short, I took the Age of Fracture because I wanted to see the normal ending and where do the world stood, basically.
The Age of Fracture.
Yeah, that was my first one.
Wow. Okay. And now that you know the story,
If I, well, now do I know is I'm so in debate with myself because in the good days I say like, oh, I'm pro Golden Order. Oh, like Gold Mask is the best ending.
mm,
Or maybe Rani, just like you. Well, you did it for a blue woman.
yeah, I did. I did. So do you regret doing the Age of Fracture, or do you just like you don't feel nothing for
I
it?
I do not. I do not regret it because it's not bad, but it's not good.
Really?
That's how
Oh,
I see it.
dang, bro.
But I would prefer nowadays a Age of Gold Mask. I
Gold
would be.
Gold Mask. That's a good one. I
Yeah,
like that one. I think that one's
yeah,
like the real good ending.
yeah. If my friend would be in this channel, he would have said my first ending was Frenzy, and I'm not sad about it. I would put, and I would choose Frenzy all over again. That friend is crazy, but
Yeah. Why would
a
anybody
nice
choose
guy,
Frenzy?
nice guy, but he has some screws loose.
Oh man.
But don't worry.
Well, you at,
But
at,
yeah,
at least you're normal, and your friends not so much. Not so much.
I I try to pretend to be normal. Don't worry.
Good. Good. All right then.
No one will know.
So,
Yeah, this is between you and me.
oh yeah, 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 and
Yeah, yeah.
everybody that's not listening.
Yep.
Hey, welcome back, Mumpkin. Welcome back. So,
Mhm.
okay, so now that you've told us that you're very vanilla, I can't,
And
man.
then yeah.
I'm kind of surprised. I'm really,
Like I had Rani Sanding like almost activated, or I got to the Three Fingers door, and I had all the I had Fia's ending as well.
Really? And
But
you did?
out of all the options, I choose the Age of Fracture.
Wow, dude, that is out of everybody, you picked the most basic. Wow, I really
Yeah,
don't know
look,
you, man. I don't know what to think about you now.
I mean, just like I told you, I that first character was like I don't know anything about all the endings. I don't know what's good for them. Rani's ending was kind of ambiguous. Frenzy ending is super bad. Fia's ending is like on death and shit. So I chose the safest one. Like,
Okay,
hey, we are still living in a broken world, but who knows? Maybe someone better will do it.
and here I am.
Yeah,
Or I mean, here's Rattle.
yeah,
Rattle fix it. He'll fix it.
yeah. Rattle fixes. It reminds me of the Age of Fire in
Uh
Dark Souls. Like, you just keep the status quo.
oh, the status quo.
That
Yeah.
yeah, yeah. That's how I felt with the Age of Fracture. Like, I didn't fix anything, but there's a chance someone would make it worse or better. Like, I was not the end of the story. I was just another. I'm gonna be another Radigan, basically. In that
Another
ending.
Radigan.
Like, I'm gonna step between someone else and saving the world.
Wow. You're the bad. It's oh, I guess that would make you the bad guy, I guess, in their story. You got to be
Somewhat. I like to think about it. Like, like I'm a Gwyn or something. In
a
that ending.
cold blooded. All right. Well, so what you got for us tonight, man? You got any hot theories? Any hot revelations?
Uh, I don't have anything big, but I have
I know you got.
a
I'm
few small things.
because we talk on the Discord all the time. You got to have something.
Yeah.
Let's see. Go ahead, man. The
Yeah,
floor is
yeah.
yours.
I was thinking about how every era has this constant, like three constants. Like we have the originals, we have the lessers, and we have the fakes.
Uh huh.
Like we have humans, we have mimics, and we have puppets. And the dragons, they have the well, if anyone follows my rambling, I said before, dragons are dead because the original dragons are the ones embedded in stone in Pharmasula, because those are who resemble Prostitusex more. Then after them, there's the Asian dragons that are finger dragons because they have the dragon crown and their wings are different and their horns are different.
Uh huh.
And basically their whole structure is different. And there's like the mortal dragons like drakes or the line of Grail back in Kaled.
Hmm. Okay.
So that would that would end in the dragons, the dead dragons being the actual dragons, then having the lesser version. Those are the drakes. And I'm not saying ancient dragons are golems or something, but they would be like the created ones, just like puppets.
Just like
Like
puppets.
yeah, they are basically the three set of beings in every era. We have the real ones, the lesser ones, and the constructs would be a better word.
Okay.
Just
Okay.
like giants, we have titans, we have giants, and we have golems, like the big ones
Uh,
of the same stature
okay. I see that.
as well.
I see that. I like
The
that. Oh,
Yeah, it's a silly small thing, but I had another thing that Hyolsor's rune from Night Rain is the actual Elden Ring, but nightified. Because that the rune is well, I don't have any image, but the rune is like the eclipse. It goes down in a line, but it has like broken lines along the way. Like inside of it, it's supposed to have the whole Elden Ring. That's the middle line you and I saw in all the depictions of the Elden Ring.
yep.
That single line of Hilsor's rune is that line. Basically, the eclipse is on top. Then there's the single line.
Oh,
That's the
okay.
whole Elden Ring.
Yeah.
But obviously it's broken. We took it from him and we give it back to the light side, and we fix the world in the ending. If no one's up to that game,
Right. I agree with that. Spoilers. No
yeah,
spoilers. I mean,
bit spoilers.
the game's been out for like a what?
Darth Vader is Luke's father. Spoiler alert.
Oh, are you serious? Oh yeah, yeah.
Oh,
Star Wars, horrible. Oh, don't forget,
Star Wars.
what was the last Star Wars movie?
Rise of Skywalker.
Oh,
I
yeah.
think.
Yeah.
I'm
So
not.
the Rise of Skywalker reveals that the Star Wars saga actually was the Palpatine saga.
Horrible.
Horrible.
That movie didn't exist. Let's pretend that's Dark Souls 2 of Star Wars movies. Let's pretend it doesn't
Dark
exist.
Souls 2.
Don't worry.
Hey, you don't like Dark Souls 2? Come on, man.
I like it. I like
It was a
it.
bad game, but it's Dark Souls, so it gets a free pass.
I love it in a strange way. It's like a silly cousin you love because he's family,
What? No.
but he is somewhat strange.
Wow.
I mean, I played the whole Dark Souls 2. Like I fought all the bosses. I have like 7 characters. Like I did my time. I can talk about it.
I didn't even play it all. I mean, oh god, the game was so horrible, so horrible. I was like, I got the Scholar of the First Sin edition. And I snapped it. I was like, to hell with this game. I was like, I think that was Dark Souls 2. Yeah. I was like, man, no. Or maybe, or was that? No, yeah. Because the Dark Souls 1 remaster was just called Dark Souls Remaster, right? Yeah, Scholar of the First Sin.
Yes, Scholar. Yeah, I played that one.
Horrible game.
Because I had the original one, but I didn't finish it. That would be it. But yeah, Dark Souls 2. Let me get my notes. And I wanted to discuss something we talked yesterday about the Tarnish being undead or dead in some way.
Okay, I'm listening. Let's discuss
Because
it.
this is the big argument. Like, what are the Tarnish? Like, the Tarnish are Godfrey's warriors who walked with him.
Wait. Before we start that, there's a couple comments. Jackal says, "Stop dissing Dark Souls 2."
Oh.
But it's so bad though, Jackal. But I'll let you.
I mean, we can diss Royer. He can choose Royer or Dark Souls 2.
Oh, Roger or Dark Souls 2, Jackal. You're gonna have to decide.
Who's to choose? Who's we gonna trash?
Welcome, Gear and Kingpin. Let's see. Gear says frigid outskirts. Rata Boyal says Dark Souls 2 is okay. You would invite it over to chill, but then it takes a dump in your toilet and doesn't flush.
Yep. I mean, I don't think he's gonna get to the toilet. Like, he's gonna shit on the floor. His hitboxes are so bad, he's not gonna even sit.
Jackal says you got skill issues. I suck at life, bro. Come on.
I mean, I played the whole game. I
didn't. I couldn't stand it. The game looked like a PlayStation 1 game. I was like, what is this trash? Anyways, enough with the Dark Souls stuff. I'm gonna get all in my feelings, all depressed.
Oh.
Nossa says Dark Souls 2 has unlimited passive healing. The dream. What? I don't know about that.
Earth Tree Blessing, and that's it.
Yeah.
That's all I'm going to say.
This one is
the Tarnished.
It is.
Going back to the
yeah,
Tarnished.
back to the Tarnish.
We're losing our sauce in Dark Souls 2.
Oh yeah. They're distracting us. Okay, tell me about back to the Tarnished.
Well, the Tarnished, obviously that's the definition of the warriors of Godfrey who walked with him to the Badlands, and obviously their descendants, because not all of them were warriors of Godfrey. I was actually checking with Nozzle classes in German. And basically the original warrior of Godfrey is the first class, and every other one is like a descendant. Like the primeval version of a Tarnish is a warrior of Godfrey, and anyone who's not a warrior is a descendant of those warriors.
Really?
Yeah.
So there was Newmans that were that were in his army. There was Dragonkin. Let's go look at that real quick.
Yeah. Yeah, that's something strange, like Draconians, Nightfolk
D-
are there too. Like all those races are canon.
Right. Okay. So with the Draconians, I've always wondered. Right. Are those like descendants of dragons, or are they're descendants of dragons that turned human but never turned back to human? You know.
Could be it, or maybe a Dark Souls 2, or a Dark Souls situation like trying to be a dragon, other like not dragon communion, but other type of trying to be a dragon, like the Nox did, like some dragon experiment.
Really.
Or we know live in the lands between they get something of their surroundings, just like miners in the caves, like they become stone. The dragons they consume glintstone, so they get glintstone powers. So maybe being right next to dragons makes you somewhat dragonic. Who knows?
Interesting, because it says here the stony face of the people of the ancient dragons, among whom life is typically short. So these people are like don't live very long. So they're not ancient dragons, I guess, or ancient dragons don't live very long. The stony face of the people of the ancient dragons. Interesting. Does that I wonder if that means like of the ancient dragon era, ancient dragon lands, or descendants of ancient dragons? Oh
I
man.
mean, and you know what's interesting? These people are supposed to be from outside the lands between, so all of these things are outside too.
Right. They have their own cultures out
So
there,
we
right?
may have the Nox outside, we may have Draconians outside. Obviously, one of the races are the Japanese guy, like
The
the Reed Lander,
Reed
or
Lander. Yep.
yeah.
An
So all
ice.
these places, all these people are outside too. Like I believe the mage girl from Night Rain, she could be a draconian. She has the same tone of skin.
Oh yeah. Interesting. Interesting. Night
But
folks.
but yeah,
Few few in number, they were said to bleed silver long ago. So these guys were probably the night folk were probably silver tears in the beginning.
who became fully human, and this is our their descendants, not ours.
Right?
I'm not a mimic. I'm not from that channel. What?
What? Then you got the Newmans, supposed descendants of denizens, descendants
Yeah.
of denizens of another
And
world.
that's another thing. Newman are not the people who came from another world. They're the descendants of those people. And I think in German, Nossel could confirm this. In German, it says another land, not world.
Really? Okay,
Yeah.
so they could be using it as new world, old world, like Christopher
Yeah.
Columbus did when he found
Yeah,
America
like
and
the
stuff.
Americas. Yeah.
The Americas.
It's
Okay.
plausible.
The face of the Newmans suppose. Okay, so yeah, the Newmans are not okay. So Newmans are
They're not
outside.
aliens. They could be not aliens.
Yeah, and that makes
That's a
them not.
possibility.
Oh, well, that's interesting. Okay, there's a lot of implications there. They're not shamans. They're. Ooh, okay, interesting.
So shamans could be. I mean, shamans are the tree people.
Right,
We don't. We are assuming Newman are like all the Newman are like shaman, but shaman could be the odd ones out.
right. Let's see. Rattle's got a question here. What do you think? What do you think Stony refers to? Perhaps the magic of stone. Um, I would say Stony refers to that they're also made of stone, like the ancient stone dragons. I think. What do you think, boss?
Yeah, could be they could have adapted their body to be surrounded by stone, just like the miners.
Uh huh.
Like I said before, and even the night folk, they say like long ago they bled silver, so they don't bleed silver, but their skin is silver.
Interesting.
So they have features of it, and they could not be the thing, because if they don't bleed silver and they look silver, then what is it? So
Mm.
those guys, they look like stone, but they're not stone.
Let's see. Let's see. Jackal says they must have been the denizens of an ancient dragon empire. Mm-hmm. Yeah, yeah. And also says Reedlander being beefier than everyone else is such propaganda. He also says, yeah, it appears to refer to another continent. No space invasion, sadly. That's tragic. Oh man. Could let's see. Rattle says, could Onyx and Alabaster Lords be related to them? Um,
I'm not sure because those guys are really space things,
right.
and dragons are not from space. I mean, there's a theory that dragons are life forms created from meteorites. I think someone has a video. I don't remember the guy. I'm bad with names.
Let's see. Well, that
I know my name because it's mine.
let's see what else. Rattle says, or stone scale says pharaohs. They could have blah. Jackal says they could have a stony disposition or stone scale says pharaohs. Just talking about the use of the word stone is all, and the dragons were chilling with beasts. Okay. Stones can contain spirits, and in the case of the memory stones, well, I guess they give you the wisdom to equip an extra spell. Huh.
Mm.
That's pretty. Yeah. Memory
Well, the
stones.
memory stones are from the Black Moon of Northzilla, so that's a whole bag of worms.
Yeah. That's different usage of the word stone. Yeah.
Oh yeah,
Man.
they are really mysterious. These kinds of tarnished.
Right. That's really fascinating. And having that, and that's another thing I think like a lot of people miss is that the lore implications of just at the character creation that a lot of people miss, right? Because now that I think about it, like what you said about, what you were talking with Nostril here is that the they come from a different continent, and that the Newmans are descendants of those from those people that come from somewhere else. Oh man, that throws that throws a kink in a lot of things, I think. Or
That's
mm,
yeah, that's something different, and it's a translation. It's not that we are assuming they are from another land. The German, because if they were from another world, the German would say land in German. I don't know
right.
what world means in German, but
So
it
okay,
would be more specific. Those
right,
languages, those European languages, they have less synonyms and they are more direct.
and they and I guess in the English they do seem to use more fancy writing, more artistic style
Yeah,
or whatever you call it. Another world, the
yeah,
new world, kind of like what was that stupid monster game? Monster Hunter New World. It's on the same planet, right? But they're like
yeah,
it's a new world, but it's just another island continent thing.
yeah.
Well,
This
dang.
changes the game. Well, not at all, but you can. There's like another whole new branch of the
Right.
Rising with Newman not being aliens.
And it's also fascinating that Godfrey was so cool with everybody that he just let everybody into his army, right? It didn't matter
Yeah,
where you were from. He was like, if you can fight, if you're loyal, I guess, to me, to the Erd tree, you can fight and die and
yeah.
be
But
and
some things about I wanted to point out
tell
was
me.
all these people are from outside the world. Like the world is so complex. Like there could be like countries whole of night folk, or a whole country about Dragonians. Like every era from the lands between, we believe that they are long past. But what if the lands between are whose predominant is the main religion of the world? Like every part of the world, they have different religions or societies, and basically what's dominant in the lands between is what's the biggest one
Oh,
or the most important one
that's
outside the
interesting.
world.
See,
Like we have the fingers outside too. We have the Church of the Fingers too.
right. See, I always assumed that the Tarnish left the lands between, went into the Badlands, and then they created. society. You know, it was like the Exodus, and when they went to the Badlands that were there was nothing, they created societies. But with
Hmm.
what you're saying, that maybe societies already existed, and they just went
Yeah, and all
they
these tarnished descendants are some of who like separated from the march.
right. I
Like
mean,
the tarnished put their seeds all over the world, just like how the Nightfarers are from descendants of the cotton tree branch, and they specifically went to points in the world to spread their branches
right.
too.
And that's
Could work the same way.
that's fascinating. That's fascinating. I think I like that better. I think I like the idea that there was already an established world, and then they went out and were like, "Hey,
Yeah,
we're refugees. You know,
yeah, yeah.
we're
I mean,
here."
Mark, correct me if I'm wrong. Like she said, like wage war and die. Like
Right.
she knew there were people outside
And they died.
and a whole world, and yeah, the
Yeah.
tarnished did their job. Like they melded together with other peoples. They fought most likely,
Right. Because
and
we
that
see
was their
God,
mission.
we see Horlu, you know, crucified to a tree, and he's got like spears, and his stomach's gashed open, and everything all running through
Yeah,
him.
that could be a whole game, like Horaloo stories in the Badlands, maybe politics with tribes or invaders in the lands.
Right. Let's see. Pharaoh's got a comment for you. He says,
Oh,
perhaps is another world in another species, like a Newman being half plant, something like that. Oh, perhaps in another world in a like another species, like a Newman being half plant, something like that. I'm not
hmm.
understanding. You might want to clear that
I,
up a
I
little bit.
yeah, I think he's assuming Newman are part plant, like all of us, but our tarnished Newman, if we choose that race, we aren't plant. We look regular human. So maybe the shamans are the other ones out, just like I said before.
Right.
Maybe shamans are something even more different than a normal Newman.
All right. Let's see. King Payne 117 right there. King Halo fan, I believe. He says, in my opinion, Godfrey didn't fight for the Ur tree per se, but for his queen and kingdom. Because if he served the tree, why would he have been exiled?
Well, he
Interesting.
was exiled because there was no more worthy enemies. I think it's said somewhere.
Well, and I believe I, I don't have a I don't have an answer to that one. Why he would be exiled? Maybe because maybe because Radagon wanted him gone. I think Radagon was the one to do it. Because if you believe that Radagon and Marika are one person, well, you don't want the other man around, do
That's
you?
that's
Womp
a whole
womp.
new different thing. But Joe Ferro's comment on perhaps this another world is like another species, like Newman, half plant or something like that, reminds me of Hell's Paradise that we're watching the Discord with Naughty Godwin. And I was gonna say something he said to me, but he's not here.
Oh, okay.
So
Pharaoh
so
says,
basically, maybe Hell's Paradise Island is where the Newman come from, like something
oh,
similar.
okay. He clears it up. He says, for example, the plant
Yeah.
world is different from the animal world in how they reproduce, feed, and all that. Oh, so you're talking about kingdoms. Okay. Okay.
Reminds me of the Nordic realms. Like, oh, this is a realm of all animals. Oh, this is a realm of like plant people or something.
yeah, like in science,
I don't know.
because in science you have these kingdoms. You have the animal kingdom, you have the plant kingdom, the
Yep.
fungus kingdom. Okay, okay, all right. I see what you mean. I don't think they would use another world like that though. But interesting though, they might have.
Yeah.
Nossel says he has a point. Newmans are very different from other organisms in the lands between, and then they have America being America's Malekith being America's half brother. Interesting. Okay, King Pen
That's.
King Payne says, from my memory, his queen sent him off under Greater Will's orders.
I don't
I
remember
don't.
Marka ever mentioning the real will
Yeah,
in
me
those
either.
lines.
Me
But
either.
we could be wrong. Who knows?
Yeah, we could be wrong. All right, Joss. Let's call it there for you. Let me bring Jackal in. Who was next? Was it Jackal or Rattle?
Oh, sure.
Um
I
any
think Jackal. No, Rattle. I
Rattle?
think.
Okay.
Yeah.
Any final words for the gente, for the people?
Drink water and don't date any Latinas. They will spit you out.
All right, then, man. Have a good night.
Good night.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, that was Boss. What a great conversation. Boss is one of the OGs, man. He's one of the OGs. If you're listening and if you want to get in on the open mic and come talk, Elden Ring, link is in the Discord, not in the Discord, in the chat or in the notes and under the show or whatever. Let's see, man. Almost the first hour is almost done already. Wow, talking Elden Ring sucks up so much time. This is why I have to do it every night almost, because there's so much to discuss, so many ideas, so many theories, hypotheses to go through. I don't think we can get through them all in one lifetime, but I'm going to try. I'm going to try. All right, so let's bring in the next person. I think it's Rattle, aka the Serious Moonlight on YouTube. One of the greatest YouTubers that you'll ever meet, you'll ever have the chance to hear, because he just is. So here we go. Rattle, come on down. Boom.
Say now, say now.
Oh, look at those hearts you're getting, bro. What? I never get no hearts. What the hell?
What the heck? What's up with that? Happy Valentine's Day to whoever
Oh,
did that.
oh, dang.
What's up?
Yeah, happy Valentine's Day. Oh, well.
What's up?
Yeah. Well,
Come
you weren't talking to me.
on.
Nope.
Here we go. What's going on, my man?
Not much, man. Just chilling, killing time, man. Enjoying Elden Ring as always. What's up, Most? Welcome back. You missed a great conversation with Boss there, man. But now we got Rattle here. Rattle, it's Valentine's Day. Are you spending it with anybody besides me?
I'm spending with this beautiful chat.
Fantastic. What a fantastic answer.
Shoot little heart-shaped arrows at all you cuties.
Oh my. Well, you're getting hearts, bro. Where's my? Let me see if I get a heart. I love you, chat.
Hey man, dude.
No hearts,
Don't hate the
bro.
player, hate
What the
game,
hell?
bro.
I got no hearts. Oh well. Forever. They call me Mr. Lonely Heart.
You gotta do it sexier, bud.
Oh, I don't have a sexy voice, bro.
You gotta turn up the sexy.
I can't. I'm
It's
texting.
not my voice. My nasally drone.
My easily. So, Rattle, do you want to start with the question of the week or jump into something?
Sure.
Question of
Let's
the
do it.
week, right here, my friend. What motivated your choice of ending on your first playthrough? Now that you understand the story better, do you stand by that decision?
Got you. So what motivated me for my first choice was the content. So I went with Ronnie.
Really?
Of
Okay.
course, because I mean, it comes across like the quest right away when you're talking to Rosier is, it just kind of points at what's deeper and deeper and deeper in the story, or at least that's what it says. Because I mean, immediately you start talking to him, and he's talking about the same thing that the opening cinematics did,
Uh-huh.
and that kind of, just amps it all up for me. And then, as far as figuring that whole mess out after that was done, and seeing like the spectacular fight with Astel, that's just straight nightmare fuel, and I don't know, it's just pretty epic. I feel like it adds like a whole 20 hours to the game, or at least it did to mine, because I suck. For sure. I mean, honestly, I'd be all right if there was just like some bosses and like no enemies, and I can just run around and look at all the cool stuff,
Right.
pick up items, never
Right.
die.
So now that you know the story better, do you stand by that decision?
Yeah, I still do, because
What?
I do, but I can tell you why.
Tell me why.
So like in the case of all these games, that Miyazaki's put together, all these stories, it seems to be that there's an overwhelming theme or ongoing theme of this. You're a tiny thing in this world, and the world is just going to keep churning and burning and going on, you know, whether you're here or not. But the thing about it is you can change it. How something really tiny can change the whole thing. So, and I know everybody knows this. If you beat any of these games, the it just tells you, okay, well, it's just going to go on. You know, you beat Bloodborne, you wake up, but after you think, and you know it's sunlight, and you walk away. But after you think about it for a minute, you think, oh, all that is still going on, and I just got out of there. In the case of Dark Souls, you know, 3 or whatnot, you do it, and then you just kind of sit crisscross applesauce at the fire and start roasting some marshmallows and wait for whoever's next to come and get you.
Uh-huh.
It just kind of keeps going, but the entire experience is telling you the world is broken. And so, you know, are you really an agent of change? Are you really a hero at that point? You've only just become super duper powerful to be, even though you're physically and, you know, magically more strong. I'm a quality build, so I don't know much about magic. But even though you're physically magic,
Magic.
I don't know anything about that. But it just makes, well, it makes me sit and think, well, what, how am I really any different? You know, I'm just a different kind of cog in a machine that really doesn't care about me that much. And so when you get the juicy endings, that you've changed this. And I know there's a lot of talk, like, you know, and I don't want to go into the berserk stuff, but the whole thing about that is how somebody can fight the current of fate. You play Sekiro, and in some of those descriptions it talks about, when you're reading about like the fish in the water and such, and even Armored Core 6 touches on this, in, you know, very briefly in some of the lore, how the rushing of the water in one direction is symbolic of, you know, life in the path, and then you'll have the fish that will jump out of it. You have the fish that can go jump up the waterfall. You have the fish that can go counter to the current, and that's metaphor for being in control of your fate. Well, maybe not in control, but fighting it. And I think that's really what they're going for in these games.
Okay.
You look at you look at the Gold Mask ending, and he speaks of the fickleness of the gods, and how it's just like, yeah, everything sucks, and it's because, you know, we're all here just kind of getting rolled and jostled around by the way these more powerful beings with more causal influence just decide how to spend their day. And so how much of an existence is that?
Hmm. Okay. Huh.
Mhm.
But you don't feel bad about you. Oh, I don't know. I mean, it doesn't. You don't find a problem with it, like putting the world into despair and darkness or anything like that. You're just like, hey, it's whatever.
Well, who says it's despair and darkness?
Well, that's what she says. That's what Ronnie says. 1,000 years of despair, the long lonely night. You know.
She didn't say it like that,
Sure, she
but
does.
it. Well, okay. Well, I mean, I'm not gonna try and talk you out of that. I can tell you how it hit me.
Tell
Now,
me
I.
how. That's what I want to know. That's what I know. How do you see that?
Well, to me, the way that it affects me personally, and you know, obviously it's subjective to everybody, and also based on our life experiences and such. You know, I've kind of, you know, done things like the way that I want to do them in myself for most of my life, and it's kind of a look at. I don't see it as it. She didn't say like despair. She said doubt, loneliness, and I think what that is, what they're referring to, is, look, if you have a god that's constantly like micromanaging you, constantly looking over your shoulder, constantly being such this huge thing in your life, and where you go and what you can do and what happens to you, her take is, no, we're going to run the world, we're going to run reality, we're going to keep the lights on, but we're going to f off, like we're not going to affect you. And when you have that light be distant, when you have that go away, that might make some feel as though they're alone. They don't know what's next. But the thing is like, yeah, but did you die? Like no, you're still living. You're in more control of what happens to you,
Uh-huh.
as opposed to, you know. But that's really up to the person though. Like, who's more of a lone wolf type of character? You know, who who's a warrior with no chief? You know,
Uh-huh.
or who feels better kind of with a route to run and instructions and standard operating procedures. I don't
Hmm.
think she meant despair though. She just said fear, down, loneliness, just like you're walking through the woods at night. You got your flashlight, you got your, but some people are really uncomfortable with that. It's like the frontier of existence.
Okay, so 3 negative things: fear, doubt, and loneliness. This
Never
despair.
said despair.
That's the definition of despair. All 3 of those: fear, doubt, and
That's
loneliness.
your definition of despair, I would say, but I don't want to be like cheeky with you or
Oh,
anything like
you
that. I
don't
just,
have to. Don't worry. I mean, if you
I
stand up for yourself, it's your belief. You decided to
yeah.
put the world into despair.
Well, it's just 1,000 years.
It's just
It'll
it's all right.
Uh,
It's all right. Let's see.
but
You got some
I think
comments.
maybe.
We got
Oh, sorry.
you got some comments. Let's see. King Pain says, I guess these are all going to be to you, I suppose. Here we go. King Pain says, killed the light in every game, became a moon beast in Bloodborne. Oh, I don't never played it.
Ooh, Moonbeast, the wolves out. We been a dog, bruh. Yeah, I understand that. I get it.
Mo says, does the glow at the gate of divinity, it's like the another dimension, or is it just like a couple of antennas that concentrate godly energy from space, and an imperium just shower with it, or Empyrean, and an Empyrean just showers with it to become a god?
I. Oh wait, that's for you. This is your show. I'm sorry, bro.
Hey, I'm gonna let Rattle answer that one. Go ahead, Rattle.
Oh, okay. Rattle's got the ball. All right. So, Mostrate they have this fixation on antenna, and I'm with them on that. I've seen them in this chat for a few days now,
Yeah,
and they use the word antenna for divine gates, or not divine gates,
the
divine
towers.
towers. And I personally believe it's an antenna array myself, just in mind. But what they're talking about specifically, and pardon me, please, if I misunderstood what they're saying, but I I think they're asking, is the gate of divinity a door? Is it a literal door?
Hmm.
Are, like, if you were to go through it, you're gonna wake up in heaven or some other place? And I don't think things go out it. I think it's a portal of, for like a focused divine energy or whatnot, for things to come into this world,
Interesting. Okay.
not for people to just bail and leave and shut the door behind them. As far as splitting the hair with some of their other questions, concentrate godly energy from space imperium and just shower and to become a god. I don't think it's a space shower. I don't think it's a god shower, but I think it's the last step in the implementation of a ritual. I think you have to do a lot of stuff before. You have a lot of boxes to check before you're at the divine gate, and it's not just two rocks,
Mm.
poking up into the sky, like when it actually has something else going on. And I think it's a way for an outer energy that doesn't express itself in a human form, maybe even physical form, to enter in and be observable and have action and agency.
Interesting. He continues, and does the glow in the same, and does that glow is the same glow America used, meaning Mikla became the same type of god as America, and the greater will gonna send another agent to fuck Mikla like it did to America.
As far as glow, man, I don't want to be dismissive, but I don't want to. I don't really know how to unpack that part of their question. I mean, no disrespect, but their next point, I believe, Mikola at the very least becomes on par with America's power, if that's what they mean by same kind of god as America. America is, for lack of a better term, sponsored,
Right.
I would say, by the greater will, whereas Mikola has embraced another power entirely. And right now, as far as like my theory crafting and my personal opinions on it, I just use the word light because that's the word they use with
Right.
everything
Right.
having to do. It makes, like, when he inhabits and takes over Radon, because I don't think we fight this dude with a kid on his back. I think that's just kind of showing like, hey, Mikola's in this body now.
Mm.
It moves faster than light. Everything's about pillars of light. Their sword is sword of light. it's they're saying this is not gold, this is light. And I think that, and I made a video about it. Like, my theories are just like they've gone through the steps to gather enough power,
Hmm.
enough divine energy. I don't like using that word, but I don't have a better word besides like CNP, that like they've lifted themselves through the hierarchy of power
Mm.
in existence and can now exert force over reality itself. They're not just a person on the ground where it's daytime and nighttime and it rains, they get wet. They're above, beyond, and beyond that. Furthermore, they can control the world if they win a fight with whatever is controlling the world.
Interesting. All right. I think Nossel's trying to answer those questions too. He says, probably like the Erd Tree and Farum Azula, so the gates of divinity leads to a place beyond space and time. I would agree with that. He also says, FromSoft also uses flashes of white light to indicate time travel and a lot of time passing. I think I have some of Jack is a mimic. I think I have that from Jack is a mimic. Well, I mean, Jack and the Mimic isn't the first one to point that out, but that is something that a lot of people have learned from him because he's famous. He's bigger than Vadi, so why not? Let's see. All right, then, man. So what else? What else? What do you want to talk about? Something else? What have you brought for us today? You have any theories? You have anything you want to get off your chest? It's open line. Open line Saturday.
Well, I mean, I have some thoughts about stuff, but no real theories to
Tell
really
me.
give you. I want to
Tell
come
me.
on and talk to you.
What are your
But
thoughts, bro?
well, let me holler at Knots real quick about
Okay.
the bright light. I try to avoid, it's video games as an explanation.
Uh-huh.
But I think when it comes to art and different kinds of mediums, there's only so many ways that you can express to another human mind. Like, if you're painting a picture of a god that has all kinds of omnipotence and the ability to be everywhere at once, or know everything at once, or do everything at once, how do
Mhm.
you draw that? How do you
Right.
paint that? Well, in the human history, we paint gods with a shitload of arms, or multiple heads, multiple faces with eyes that point different directions, etc., etc.
Right.
So, as far as a bright light, I don't think it's literally time travel. I just think it's, and this is the video games part. I think what it means is we're it's the transfer to a different place entirely. Not literally moving forward or backward in time. It's just, I think we're in an ethereal place that's not mappable. It's not anything like that. But
What do you mean, like
it,
it, like
it
changing like timelines, changing dimensions, changing realities? What do you
I'll,
mean by that?
I'll say dimension. I could say reality, but it's all reality. So I'll say a dimension, a pocket place of it. So, like, when we burn the thorns down and we go into the tree, I don't think we're going in the tree. I think it's another thing that works kind of like the divine gate. It's a place. It's a place of entry without being the same definition as a door. And maybe that makes sense in my mind, which is, my brainstem sparks a lot. So, maybe I'm just being dumb by saying that, but I see a difference in that abstract kind of
No,
tweak on the concept.
I think you're right. You're both half right, and I think the answer is both of that. That it both represents either one of those two, and since we don't have the answer, when we're never going to be given the answer to that, so the answer must be both then, because
I mean,
it shows us both things. It shows the passage of time. It shows us going back in time. It shows us changing dimensions. It shows us changing realities. So it's the thing of light is probably the indicator that says you're no longer in Kansas. I think that's what it means.
yeah. I mean, if you're dead, so there is a bit of a grip on time, but you wouldn't be there unless you passed. Okay, so there is one anchor in time that this place has. You get woken up by this ember falling on you, and then you get up, and then you leave. I think it's, think about, like, we'll take the Matrix, all right, and how they're
Okay.
trying to display programs to you visually,
Okay.
through the form of that family with the little girl and everything, and they're in that subway station that
Right.
doesn't go anywhere, or they're working with the key maker and they're in a hallway full of doors.
Hmm.
Like they're not time traveling. And I guess you could say teleporting, but how do you visually display this liminal space in a movie to people watching it and eating popcorn?
Right.
You can't talk to them, you can't explain it, so you have to think of some kind of symbolism to show it. And I think that's what's happening when you go inside their tree and you see America hanging out. I guess pun intended. And you kill all them, you kill Radigan, you do everything. If you look around that giant stump or that rock formation that you're standing on, there's no bridge to
Right.
get there. It's a big gap. You're just
Right.
kind of there. So I think it's just a visual representation of being in some ethereal state. You've gathered this power
Right.
via the rings, via the runes, and here you are. You're able to exist here.
Right. And you're right. But the indicator for time travel is also the white light, because in Dark Souls 3, when you touch the egg that Filianor, whatever her name is touching, it turns into a white light, and then you're boosted to the future where there's nothing left of the world except the sands and Orlando.
Well, were
And
you always in the future, just living in an illusion the whole time with the real Guinevere? What? I can't
what?
do it the way Boss does.
No, he does it so much better. He does so much
He
better.
does.
I've been trying to
He does a
mimic
lot of
it,
things
but
better.
I can't. Welcome back, Cayman. Welcome back, Blaze. So yeah, I think it signifies both. It
I
signifies
think the
that
world always what it was.
you
And
think in
oh
Dark
man,
Souls
I
3
just
everything.
steamrolled your comment. I'm sorry, bro.
You think you think in Dark Souls 3 everybody, it was the entire world was already just made of sand?
I don't think it was made of sand. I think it was just over a long time ago, and this place was made to keep the Dark Soul pygmy lords and everything just out of the equation. And part of this was that egg, and without getting too much into it.
Oh, we're gonna
Um,
get into it now because it's
oh,
because
well,
Dark Souls.
shit, let me take my shirt off. Here
Take
we
your
go.
shirt off. Come on. Oh man, you need to hit those shoulders with that razor, man.
I'm at the top of my game, dog. I've
Get the
been
back of
wailing
that
on my
neck.
pecs.
Get the back of that neck.
Let's go.
Uh, all right. Let's
So,
go ahead.
I think the world's gone to shit. Oh, I'm sorry.
I
I
was-
think the world's gone to shit, and things have been, this pocket dimension exists only for the Pygmy Lords to exist in. And Gale has found it, and that's why they're all, they're all busted up, and they're all like having a real bad time. But it's an illusion. What we've been in was an illusion that's, a step further than a hologram. It's kind of like how a dream exists. When we're in a dream, we feel it as if it's real, even though it's not. Like, when I have nightmares, it's not like monsters and stuff. It's usually like bad days at work. And my memories of these dreams, it's like it's not the same place I'm at where I work, but it's just like I understand that it's work. It's a place locked into our minds that is really hard to describe. And then when you press the egg, it's like, well, let's take this veil off of everything, and look where you've been chilling this whole time, bro.
Interesting. I mean, it's an interesting point, but I categorically disagree with it. I disagree with respectfully as much as I can.
You're fine.
But there's no way that because the egg, because what she's doing, right, the way I see it, okay, the way I see it is that the egg is holding back time, the passage of time, right, and it's like boom, all this time has passed since Filianor was put there with the egg, right, and the world is passing, time is passing throughout the world, but the ring city is not, is not feeling the passage of time, right? And so when you crumble the egg and she wakes up and she looks at you and she's about to say something, she looks you in the eyes with her bleeding black eyes. She's like, I love you. But you don't you don't you don't get to hear her, because all of a sudden, all the time that egg was stopping compounds and hits the ring city a million times. All the passage of time hits right there in that moment, and you're pushed forward to what the time should be. And you find out that for you, it was just a flash of light. But for Gale and everybody, it was eons. And Gale has, gone throughout the entire world of what's left of it, killing all that's left of humanity, gathering the Dark Souls. And he's finally at the Pygmy Lords. He's finally killing them. And then at the end of time, he finally sees you. And he's like, damn, my girl was cheating on me with you. And you're like, yeah, she was.
Loaded content.
But I'm telling you, I mean, it's
Valentine's Day is having a real effect on
I've been watching too many Spanish novelas, man.
No, I don't want to. I don't want to tease. I'm not trying to tease you. I'm just nervous being on a microphone. I feel what you're saying.
Don't be
I
nervous. It's just me.
I just don't think it's literal time travel. When you go through the Ring City, it's not all busted up. It's beautiful. It's nice, and you don't see a pygmy.
Because it's locked in time, bro. It's locked in time. It doesn't feel the passage of time because of the egg. The egg is holding back. It's the shell. The shell represents the Ring City trapped in time. And when you break the shell, you break the spell. And then,
and I mean, you could be right. I just don't particularly feel any problem having that kind of abstract understanding. Like and I'm not saying you do, but I don't know if it's literal time travel. I think it's all just like the same kind of thing that like Gwendolyn was doing with his illusions over Anne Orlando and such. But I mean, it might very well be time travel. So like, have you just stood there in time after Fëanor woke up, like standing there looking at her, and then Gale wanders in like, oh, look at this place. Oh, more pygmy ribs. Oh no, give me that dark soul you have.
Who knows, man? The time passed by so fast. For us, it was nothing.
And you're like, oh, time to start walking around again.
No, but
if it's time travel, that means you've been standing there just looking at.
No, because for us, time
was busted egg.
No, it's because for us, time passed in a moment. But for everything else around us, that moment happened in eons. It's kind of like the experiment when, like the twins that go up in space and one's on the space station and the other one stays on Earth and the other one goes faster than light. The other one that's going faster than light doesn't feel the passage of time, but the twin that's on Earth is already aged 40 years when he comes back down. That's exactly
like interstellar, like time dilation.
I have no idea. Don't talk to me about science, bro. I'm just telling you about it. I don't.
What did you call me?
I don't know, bro.
I don't have time.
All I know, what I see on the YouTube, and the YouTube told me that shit's real. So that explains,
according to math.
And I don't know MAF. I don't know about nothing about no math. Okay. But according to math, that's what happened, and that's what we see. That's represented in whatchamacallit, in Dark Souls 3. Blah 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 blah. And that's all I got to say. Whether you believe me or not, that's your fault. You want to
you got me, dog.
You want to live in darkness. You live in darkness. That's it. I try to illuminate your mind. No, I'm playing.
No, you're fine. I get it. And I totally understand what you mean. And I'm being
in the name of America.
Back about it. Oh, boy.
Holy Mother America, blessed him or her be upon thee.
So let me ask you this before I get out of the way of Jackal, because I know he's going to be doing a stream here, and I think people should check it out because he is a born streamer.
He is.
Like he keeps it moving. He's talking. He's not just sitting there yelling "fuck" like every time he dies, and it's quiet like in between. Like, he is an entertainer.
Yeah, he's not like those other. I don't want to talk bad, but there's a lot of like Elden Ring streamers that you see, and they have on their thing, no backseat gaming, first playthrough, don't say nothing, and they're not talking. They're not talking in the streams or nothing. Or it's like, what's the point of streaming then? You
It's like,
know,
what are you trying to accomplish here? Like, just us like hearing you breathe through your nose and
like
you know,
yeah,
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 like
bro.
what are we doing here, dog?
Yeah, put your neck away and let's. I'm gonna go watch something else. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. Plus, he
Golly,
looks like Post Malone.
he does.
So like,
Oh, he does look like Post Malone, bro. Oh, I couldn't believe it. It probably
Most
is.
Malone.
Yeah, for real, for real.
But I want to keep it moving. But I want to ask you something,
All right,
and I
Tom.
might not even be able to ask you because I don't know what your video is going to be about.
You can ask me whatever, man. I'm an
So,
open book. Ask me.
well, I mean, remember we were talking the other night about vernacular, about terminology,
Correct.
about runes and such.
Correct.
If that's what your video you think you're
No,
gonna do,
it's
then
not.
I don't.
That's not about my
wanna-
video.
Okay, cool. All right, so you're gonna do Rolana as America. All right, cool.
Yeah, Rolana is no. I'm gonna do
Rolana.
Godwin is
America.
Mikla. Mikla is Godwin. That's my video.
No, don't spoil it.
I'm not gonna
Don't
spoil it. That's just
it.
the title.
I was making
Mikla
a
is God.
joke.
Mikla is Godwin tomorrow. Watch
Bach
it.
is Radagon.
Bach is rag.
Uh,
That was my last video. What are you talking about?
Is this what it means to be beautiful? All right, so I figured this could be because I mean I could yap all freaking night.
Ask me
and
the question,
That's
bro.
not what any. That's not what anybody.
Ask me. You got time, bro.
Well, I want to see if we can lock in on terms that we can start using, you know, while we're talking on this show and such, and while we're talking in the Discord, which everybody should check out, because we were talking about mending runes, we're talking about great runes, we're talking about divinity, divine, what is God, holy, all this and that. But at the very least, runes, like what do we call them? Like, I guess we could say mending rune, or we can say godly rune, or we can say,
No,
you know, like, what do you want to call them? What do you think?
no, I
And
agree
we
that
can tell the people here listening so that maybe
it can
you know,
spread.
if they listening, it could, you know, like, I don't know, just kind of help interpret what it is.
Right. Okay,
But
so so I agree that the usage of the word mending rune for somebody who makes a rune, right, post or pre-shattering is probably the wrong vocabulary. So and you know, the vocabulary is given to us that mending runes are runes that, you know, are manifested through somebody's belief post shattering to fix the Elden Ring. So if like, for instance, like the way I believe that the rune of death was, or destined death was made by the Glowmite Queen, and that's post shattering or pre shattering, it needs another name. And we know we can't use the word great runes because great runes are pieces of the Elden Ring, and we can't use, well, yeah, and perhaps we can use Elden runes because I was thinking about that. And if you look at the scar seals and source seals of America and Radagon, it says they're Elden runes that they apply to the Elden Ring, right? So perhaps we should use that. But then again, are they Elden runes because they were Elden Lord and a god already? And then we need, and if we can't accept that, then we need to move down one level, right?
in peace.
Yeah.
Sorry. I'm listening. It's
Right.
boss
So
said something.
no, you're fine. Elden P. So I think I would be okay with using the word Elden rune, or just because if we say runes, that's just, you know, currency. But
True.
what do you think? You think just Elden
Also
rune?
life energy because everything's rune coded.
Right.
Yes, I think Elden Rune works in the case of like mending runes. I don't want to like feel that people have to like, or make people feel like they have to like rewrite
Well,
their
I mean,
their Bibles on what to call it. But like a mending rune, oh, go ahead.
No, go ahead. I'm just saying, don't worry about it because, you know, Elden Earth, that's taken off, man. I've seen other people use it.
Right. That's what's up. That's what's up.
And that started here. That started because Boss, I think it was Boss, or was it Jackal, or was it Spiral? Somebody said it here in the stream, and I was like, that's perfect. We're gonna use it. It's probably Boss. What the?
So one thing that the mending runes all have in common is that they go at the base of the Elden Ring that already exists. Okay, It's not how we've seen other aspects of the Elden Ring change. Like if you take the and I'm gonna try not to yap for hours about it because I easily can. And also while being wrong about it. But if you look at like Farum Azula, you see the different backgrounds that all the rings are set upon, that like wispy fire or cape or snake tentacles or whatever it is people want to call it, whatever it is in your mind. Whereas the Elden Ring that we have now is
Mhm.
being held together by this lattice work that everybody feels represents Radagon, and his rune, they still use that same terminology. But if you look at a mending rune, it goes to the base of all the rings that are on top of that. So the same, I guess the lattice work probably disappears because we killed Radagon,
Uh-huh.
but it's still greater will in charge. So it gets implemented into the Elden system. So I think I think Elden Rune is good.
Okay then. All right then. Then I'll start using Elden Rune. I'll start using Elden Rune.
And that's pretty much all I got.
All
We'll
right
get out of
then.
Jackal's way then.
All right then. We got two more callers. We got Jackal's next. All right. All right.
Everybody
Rattle.
like the stream. Everybody get in the Discord. Let's do this. Later.
Later, man. All right, everybody. That was Serious Moonlight, aka the Rattlesnake. Great guy. Great guy. Make sure you check his videos out. And yeah. All right, let's bring in the Jackal. Hold on, let me make sure he's got the right stuff. All right, here we go. Jackal, come on down. Hello.
Hello.
Hey, what's up, Jackal? How you doing, man?
I'm doing great. How are you guys? Happy Halloween, Valentine's Week.
Thank you. I appreciate it, man. I hope you're having a great one too.
It's been stellar.
Has it? Oh, that's good. I'm glad you had a good one. I had my cousin texted me this morning and she was like, "Happy Valentine's Day." I'm like, "You don't say that to people who you're not, in a relationship with." Bah. She was like, "You're dumb." I'm like, "Okay."
I mean, like in school, they would make us like pass out Valentine's cards to everyone in class. So I've been conditioned to think it's an everybody thing.
Oh, you know what? I okay, that makes sense because you make the little shoe box and you get the cards in there and stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah, mine was always empty. Damn. Anyways, thank you for the memories. Do you want to start with the question of the week, sir, or would you like to jump into something?
Let's start with the question of the week.
All right, question of the week. What motivated your choice of ending on your first playthrough? And now that you understand the story better, do you stand by that decision?
So my answer is going to be both complex and disappointing.
Oh shit.
Which part do you want to hear about first?
Might as well to get the disappointment out of the way.
All right. I did the same as Boss. I went the Age of Fracture ending.
Oh my goodness. Okay.
But the thing is, I chose to get that ending, regardless, despite having access to every other ending to that point.
Oh, okay. Okay.
And it was an ordeal to get through. So it is both fond and horrifying memories, and it is also something I plan on doing again.
Really? The fractured ending?
So I would say that Elden Ring is like the first game in like a really long time that I wanted to like really seriously try to like go for the gold kind of, or go for platinum trophies kind of thing. And you only need to get at least 3 endings to achieve that one. So you have to play the game in like up to New Game Plus 2. But I decided, you know what, like I'll flavor it up a bit. So I was going to go for one of the main endings with maybe a mending rune, then switch to the Frenzied Flame ending, and then finish it off with Ronnie.
Okay.
But this was my first time playing Elden Ring, so I wanted to like at least make a statement and like end the game on my terms, like prove that I can do it. And I was lucky for the most part. Like I had gotten the Flame of Frenzy so that Melina didn't get burned.
Uh-huh.
And then I had to defeat Melania to get the needle so I can unfrenzy myself. A Guts cosplayer helped me beat her.
Oh,
Funny
really?
enough. Yeah, I didn't think I would run into one of those. I think it was the first one I ever ran into.
Oh, wow.
Everyone keeps talking about how common they are, but no, it's usually me who does the guts.
Really? They are really common. I mean,
They are, but in my first place, like it's changed now. There's like more. I think there might be just more people doing it now. But when I was first playing, the Guts cosplayers were pretty low. I think there was like some sort of like bullying mechanism put in place. But the guy who helped me beat Melania was a real pro.
oh, okay. Huh. And so do you regret that ending, or would you change it now that you know more?
No, honestly, like I know I'm I know I'm raving crazy about the Dung Eaters ending and why you should do it. And if I'm being honest, as far as like how the lands between can like change for the better, I think the Dung Eater ending might be the best one in that regard.
What?
It's like it no, think about it. Think about it. The Dung Eater represented the Omen, who were in other ways just a twisted version of the Horn Scent, right?
Right.
Um, and basically their whole perspective is about like a return to like primal nature and animality, and the massive strength, massive change, and just evolution. I don't think it's like, yeah, there's a lot of people suffering from the horns, and maybe a lot of children will die, but who cares? Um, but it's also like the crucible at work here. It's basically that like mechanism of change and growth operating as right now it only looks so bad because it's been halted for so long.
True. That's true.
But if I honestly had to like pick what would be the best ending, I would say there's a reason I'm saving Ronnie's ending for last.
Because you think that's the best ending?
Honestly, in order to like okay, so like thinking about it where the way she sees it, the system is over encompassing and broken.
Right.
And it wasn't just America who broke it. It's been like this for a long time. The
Mhm.
fingers she views as parasites. Um, Although I saw a video very recently about a different perspective on that, but I'll later. Um, she basically wants this like uh tradition of dogma and order and suffering to just completely either, if she can't cease it, if she can't truly change it, she can at least disconnect it long enough to make a difference.
Mm.
Um, and so it's basically like just a change of the system and a refresh button, much in the same way that the Age of Darkness ending in Dark Souls 3 was pretty much a prerequisite for like, the fire had went out, but that leaves the possibility of thousands of fires to be lit up in the darkness, almost as if it's its own Age of Night and Stars.
Interesting. Okay. I can see that. But what do you think about when she says that, the world, she's putting the whole world into what? Despair for 1,000 years. Well, what is
She's
that?
not saying it's not despair. Here, let me look it up real quick.
Look it up real quick.
Alexa, turn on the light. Uh, let's see. She says the words fear, doubt, and loneliness. Not the same thing as despair. Do I have it? I have to go through a whole index, but to keep talking while I'm reading, she wants people to not be like, as far as uncertainty. Thank you, Nos. Um, People are way too certain about the notion of destiny and fate and everything like that. Like, I don't even think she practices that kind of um, carrying tradition anymore because it had been like outright stalled.
Uh-huh.
Uh, goodness, where is it? Oh, I have to look at my other book. But um, by removing the previous system, because she's ultimately like removing the grip of the greater will, if there even still is a greater will to have a grip anymore. At the
Uh-huh.
very least, the fingers. Um, is she here? Yes, she is. Bonnie the Witch, 381.
Okay, it says right here, fear, doubt, and loneliness are not synonyms for despair. While they can be symptoms of despair, they are distinct emotions that arise from different contexts. Fear is often a response of perceived danger, threat, while doubt and loneliness stem from various life experiences of mental health factors. Despair, on the other hand, is a profound sense of hopelessness and a belief that things will never improve, right? Often accompanied by a loss of faith in oneself and the world around it. So yeah, I think that that kind of works. I mean, if all three of those, if even if we just look at fear, doubt, and loneliness, that is a horrible way to live. That's a horrible way to put the world in 1,000 years. You
But
know what I mean?
she's not saying that that's all the world is going to be. She's saying that the journey will lead there, but those who withstand within it are going to be stronger for it.
She doesn't say that at all. She doesn't say
She
that.
doesn't say it, but that's the implication.
That's what you're interpreting it because you're trying to
Well,
defend her,
if
right?
that's,
You're
you know, if that's
you're
the case,
apologizing.
if that's the case, then every ending is up for interpretation. You could
And
say, "Oh, the
they
world
are.
is destroyed in the Flame of Frenzy ending," or you could say, "Oh, wow, the world is united in the Flame of Frenzy ending."
I
You know,
believe
it's
that.
like I'm putting a positive spin on the Dung Eater. Sure, maybe it's evolution recorrecting its course after being confined for so long, or it's just poop world.
I
You
believe
know,
that. I believe that the Dung Eater's ending is a good ending in a certain point of view. And I also believe, I used to believe that the Frenzy Flame, if they followed through all the way, making the world melt all back into one, was probably the best ending, right? But now that I've stopped and thought about it critically, the Frenzy Flame ending is pure chaos and a lie, right? What Shibiri and everybody tells us is a lie, but because it just destroys
well,
the Erd tree.
to be fair, Hayeta and Ymir gave like literally one-to-one type of information in regards to the background, just different perspective, of course.
Yeah. I'm not saying that the origin of what they say, because even like let's take for instance like mythology or whatever in ancient texts or whatever, if like what's his name? Graham Hancock, he showed the world that, there's a flood myth in every society in ancient history, right? So why
Oh yeah.
not? So why not have the same type of origin story for the world in different societies? Sure, why not? But the thing is about the friend, not to throw off your answer, but the Frenzy Flame doesn't show at their ending doesn't show to me that what she said about melting the world back into one. It doesn't show that in my opinion. But go ahead.
Well, I mean, we are like a fire does have to grow. You know, it could be trying to. We're only just seeing the initial effects, and over time, there might actually be that melting process.
While you're looking up that thing, are you still looking it up? I'll read some comments.
No, we've already kind of passed by it, so I closed the book again. But
Oh,
I
okay.
know what page it's on.
Oh, okay. We got a couple comments here. Woo poop world. Smelled earth. Inquisitor doesn't want growth. Confirmed. That's true. Smelled in earth. I like smelled in earth. Let's see. Nosso comes and he says, and the most important, in my opinion, the story of America and the Glowmine Queen are about just two little girls who promise each other to see the stars. So the stars we get. Oh, I like that. Thank you, Nosso. She's El Chapo. King Pain says all all is one in Ash. Oh, okay. Ashen one. Okay. Rattle says, he says to me, it's how people live now. Those that believe in God, the God is not seen and actively ruling. People have faith in a God without a literal physical presence, like in the game. Interesting. Okay. I mean, then why change it if they're already living like that? That's all I got to say.
Because it needs to change. That's the whole point of Ronnie's ending.
Doesn't need the change though. I mean, you could, if you could
Well,
fix
I
it,
mean,
why burn it? Why cast everything into darkness if you can fix it?
I think it's a matter of perspective because sure, maybe I become the Elden Lord in the Age of Fracture, and from that fracture there might be some true healing, but I don't think anyone could say with absolute certainty that the system is fixed at that point.
Uh-huh.
And maybe on the flip side, the Age of the Age of Absolute Order. You could say that Gold Mask perceived a method in which the rules can no longer be changed. Well, if the rules can no longer be changed, then what if what if the rules that now are impenetrable need to be changed because maybe they're flawed? The whole point of Elden Ring is to say the system is flawed, it needs to change. What will you do?
Mm-hmm. I agree. I agree with that. That's fair. That's a fair statement. Let's see. Your Pharaohs comes back. In the end, Randy's ending is the real ending because there is no flash or white light because it's a black hole. Damn white flash of light. Okay. Ah, man. Okay. I like your answer, Jacko. I like your answer. It's good.
I'm wondering if it should even be considered the true ending, Ronnie's ending, because like even though it's the most popular, it it's hard to put this concept into words. Um, the Tarnished we play as is like an everyman type of character.
Mhm.
Sure, you can adjust them, and yes, they're going to grow stronger as time goes by, but more often than not, the average playthrough is kind of a bumbling mess.
Right.
Um, and so, like, if we were to think what would be the most canonical ending, I think the most canonical ending would be the ending that most people would just get on average without, any specific help to like any other ending without their own intuition, which I think just might be the Age of Fracture.
Oh, dang. All right. All right. Let's see. Let me read this super chat from Rattle. Thank you for the super chat. Rattle says, to me, it means we end up with our modern world we live in now, like a meta ending. God is remote. We are not walking among us. We go on to live how we live, inventing and evolving into a shape of our own. Damn, I can't argue against that. That's a good answer. I like it. Dang, that's a good answer. Man.
Was that for like Ronnie's ending or?
Yeah, I think yeah, because everybody believes as you do that Ronnie's ending is a good ending. I'm in the minority to, like in real life, to believe that Ronnie's ending is the worst ending. But that's when you frame it like he just did, that in a meta way, that it makes us I guess it's kind of good.
I feel like Ronnie's ending is the equivalent of like going out to get groceries while there's like 6 inches of snow, and it was cold, it was brutal, you couldn't take the car, so you had to like walk with what you can, but you get home and you're warm and you've got all your groceries and you realize you're a tough beans.
Yeah, man. All right then. Well, let's see. Do you have anything you would like to discuss?
Uh, uh, yeah, well, nothing solid yet. I am kind of like frantically vibrating at the thought of a new Legacy of Kane game coming.
Nice.
Uh, I don't know if you've seen the other.
I saw the trailer.
Oh man, I'm stoked.
Yeah,
But,
it's a Castlevania thing, right? And It looks really good.
Yeah, they've never done that style for the series before, so I'm curious.
I'm curious too.
But I've already pre-ordered it and everything.
Nice.
It's can't wait.
I'll watch you play. So
I'm definitely gonna be streaming it.
definitely. Well, tell us more about your stream and on Twitch and stuff, man. Promote yourself a little bit.
So I started that Twitch channel back, I think, like in 2018. I don't remember specifically, but I was using it to kind of play just XCOM 2 and just try it out, see if I was enjoying it or not. Then things kind of changed for me, and then took a long hiatus. And now that I'm back on my feet again, it's shaping up to be a ride.
Good. All right then. Do you have a set schedule yet? And yes, I'm going to still bring in Light Ronin.
I no set schedule. I'm doing it by the feels for the moment, and by all means, let Ronan in and let's hear what he has to say.
All right then, man. Well, you're going to stream after the show, right? After the
once everything's all wrapping up.
Okay, fantastic. Make sure everybody go check him out. Sunstorm_Jackal on Twitch. Thank you, man. I appreciate it.
No problem. Good night, everyone, and let's keep Elden ringing for Valentine. Yay! All right.
Later. All right, that was Jackal. Make sure you check him out after the stream. Sunset_Jackal on Twitch. All right, let's bring in our last caller. Our last caller is Light Ronin. It's been a while since we heard from him, but he's always coming in with something good. We're going to give him the last 15 minutes. Here we go. Light Ronin, are you there? Oh, hold on. Let me fix this. Wait. All right, there we go. Light Ronin, are you there?
Testing 1 2 3. Testing.
There you are. There you are.
There you go.
How you doing, man?
Hey, how you doing, Inquisitor? I'm doing good. I was not gonna call in. I wasn't gonna call in tonight, and then Rattle, love Rattle. Rattle's awesome.
Yep.
Brought up, or somebody brought up the Bach is Radigan situation, and then I shouted at my television. I shouted at my television, and I said, "Bach is Radigan," and then I tempered it for a moment, and I said, "Well, he's kind of like representative of Radigan. It's complicated." Okay. Also, they're both Welsh. Okay, they're both Welsh-inspired characters. All right. I know I'm coming at you fast. It's just getting late in the evening. I don't want to waste everybody's time too much, but also, a bunch of other stuff was said tonight that I feel like I need to address. Just really fast. Really quick.
Let it off your chest, man. Say it from your chest. Say it.
So number one thing. Pocket dimension, liminal space, like reality marble thing that Rada was talking about. I like that idea. I like that idea for Elden Ring, and more for Elden Ring and less for Dark Souls 3. Because much like you, I interpreted that as time travel. Because literally it's like, I was in the Ring City. The Ring City's pretty fucked up, and then you wake up after a second and you look outside and the Ring City is gone. It's all ash now. Everything's ash. Most is ash. Except for who are these like 8 old guys? Who the fuck are these dudes? What the fuck? Gale? What?
Right.
And then Gale looks up and he's just like, he's been like not doing well. Like he looks up at you. He looks like a fucking meth head. He's insane. His sword's fucked up. He's fucked up. He looks at you. He's like, clearly this is like his like Epstein Files moment where you catch him in some shit where like it's really fucked up and bad, and then he looks at you and he's like, I immediately is trying to kill you, and you're like, oh god, this is the most important fight I'll ever have this year. And then the subsequent games come out and all that happens to us. But Ronnie's ending, let's talk about Ronnie's ending for a second.
All right, go ahead.
presumptuous of all of you to think that there is a real ending or a canon ending. Presumptuous. All presumptions.
Okay. I'm listening.
There's one thing that I'm gonna say. I'm gonna be metatextual about this.
Okay.
Is that we know there's liars and cheats aplenty in the lands between. Everybody knows that. Nobody is telling you the whole truth, but you can divine their motives based on their actions, right? You can divine the stuff they're going to do. Initially, I did the Ronnie ending. I was a Ronnie stan, right? And then I played New Game Plus. So I went through the whole game, and I hit Ronnie's ending, and initially, it struck me in such a way that I was like, hey, this feels honest. Ronnie's ending feels like a more honest world than the world of America, because essentially it's like it's that feeling, like it's almost like a metaphor of that feeling of losing one's faith, right? Like when you decide, like I decided when I was 17 that I didn't want to be a Christian anymore. I thought it was lame, and there was a lot of like nonsense going on. And turns out I was right. Turns out, fast forward 2024, 2025, 2026, I was more right than I wanted to be. But that feeling, you have to come to grips with something very scary if you're a very come from a very devout religious family, which is you have to be okay getting you have to be okay getting Rykarded. You have to be okay getting eaten by that snake, bro. You have to be okay going to hell. You know what I mean? Because think about it. If you're not a Christian anymore, you're not saved by God anymore. He's not gonna mess with you no more.
Oh well,
so you're essentially this is in the mind of a Christian. This is the mind of someone who's very devout.
Okay.
Someone who really believes this stuff. This is not canon. This is not real. I'm not.
No,
There's
no,
a reason
no,
why
no.
I'm not a Christian.
No. I understand what you're saying. I was gonna. I dropped my controller. My bad. I was gonna do a counterpoint because I like talking about this stuff, but it doesn't matter in the long run.
Counterpoint me, dude.
Well,
counterpoint me, dude.
Well, I was just gonna say one counterpoint is that in Romans, right? In Romans, it says Paul writes that if before Jesus Christ or whatever, because so you were a Christian, if before Jesus Christ's sacrifice and resurrection or whatever, whatever you did couldn't get you out of hell or whatever, out of damnation or whatever actions you did, in out of that prison of hell, what makes you now that you are a believer in Christ in a stronger prison that your actions get you out of salvation. So in Paul's thinking,
I see what you're saying.
In Paul's thinking, because it's a stronger, you're whether you believe or not, or whatever actions you do, you can't help but you're already saved. It's a stronger prison, but that's the only counterpoint that I was making. And Paul says it, not me.
Oh my God. Now I want to talk hard theology, and we have to go back to Elden Ring, and we have to but I do want to talk theology with you because you just struck one of my weird special interests. Thank you.
Yeah, I love theology.
Yeah. So mind you, the Ronnie ending feels like I'm stepping into a world of for me it was stepping into a world of self-directed, finding your own way, but you're not gonna have a deity to back you up in this one. You have to do it on your own. You're not being coerced by anybody. Which is not true, actually, because who created who's going to be the person creating the Age of Stars? It's Ronnie. Ronnie's the person in control. It's actually the same fucking thing, actually.
Damn.
It's not different. It's not actually different, because somebody else besides you is in control.
Damn, that's true.
If you pick any ending where you align with a higher power, you are not in control. It's the same thing, just different skin.
Damn.
That's all it is. That's all the endings are. The mending rune is I was too lazy to change. The Fia rune is how you get Dark Souls. And do you want Dark Souls? No, we know how that goes. It goes with Gale in the Pygmy Files. We don't want the Pygmy Files again. Give it long enough. That's what's going to happen. And then you have, Ronnie, Ronnie is like Ronnie is offering self-direction, which is true, but she also is largely absent. This is not like a pagan deity who you can pray to who's gonna like mess with you for a while. She's on her own shit. She's got her own stuff going on. She's basically like the god who like gets up and like walks away and kind of like fucks off and does whatever they want and doesn't really like see because like is she gonna manage this? Is she gonna manage it? Most of the people who would manage it for her are dead.
Damn. That's
So is she gonna? No. Yeah.
wow. Wow.
Yeah. In her lust to remove obeisance to the two fingers, we get the baby kind of thrown out with the bathwater. And I'm so sorry. I didn't mean to come in here and destroy this ending.
No, you're fine.
But the idea is that you have to think about, okay, how is this actually going to play out? Like how is Ronnie actually going to maintain this Age of Stars? How is Fia? Because Fia's dead. Remember, Fia's dead. Fia goes to you and she's like, "Hey, I want you to take this rune. I'm going to gestate it and I'm going to die, and I want you to take this rune and I want you to be the god of the new age. I want you to run shit. Okay? I want you to be the person." But it's a dead world.
Damn.
The world is dead. Everybody is dead. It's a world of the dead. Nothing is going to move forward. Everything will just stagnate. How is that different from the Age of Fracture? How is that different from the age? I mean, besides people like walking around and doing stuff or whatever, but hey, man, how many femurs for a throwing knife? You know, is what it's gonna look like.
How many?
You know what I mean?
Yeah, I get you, man. Fuck,
Like,
dude.
There's a level of like if you want to be like a cynic, about Elden Ring, you gotta
Right.
be a cynic about it in like a very real world stripped down like way, where it's like Rykard doesn't even have an ending. Rykard got his ending already.
Right.
Rykard's a snake man, you know, and his wife is, I guess she's just in the parlor room all the time, just hanging out, she's just chilling, you know.
She's a scaly, if you think about it.
Yeah,
A
she
scaly.
is probably.
Damn.
Yeah, but hey, that's fine, you know.
Yeah.
What's her name is really chill, you know. She's really cool. You know,
What's her
whatever.
name?
But like
Rhea? Rhea?
Yeah, Rhea's chill. Rhea's super cool. Like she's, you know, she's a little
Yeah.
sweetheart. You know?
Number one.
You know, it's fine. Exactly.
I'll be a scaly for
honestly, the nicest. Yeah, obvious. Nicest person you're gonna meet in the lands between, besides Blackguard. But when I originally played Elden Ring, I decided I was going to do something stupid. I was going to do something insane. I was going to go all the way to New Game Plus 7.
Uh-huh.
And each New Game Plus, I was going to try to do a different ending.
Okay.
And I'm on New Game Plus 3 right now. And the framing device that I have for this is that this specific character that I'm playing is time traveling. So if she gets to the end and she does an ending, but the ending was influenced by somebody else, she goes back to the beginning of the game. She remembers everything. She knows what's going to happen. Nobody else remembers shit. So think about, let's say you have a character who is quasi-descended from like a Bloodborne style, whatever the Bloodborne people are on Elden Earth, right? Goes to the lands between, meets Ronnie, is smitten, works with Ronnie, you know, much like many gamers are, smitten with Ronnie,
Right.
works with Ronnie, brings about the Age of Stars, and then you time travel. You go back in time, you go back, you meet Ronnie again, she doesn't fucking remember you.
Yep.
You're just some fucking guy. You know what I mean? You're just some dude. And she's cold. And suddenly, when I had that framing device, the entire world shattered in an instant. Because it told me as a character, like, okay, so if I was like this character time traveling through Elden Earth over and over and over again, stuck in the lanes between until I kill Miquella, basically. Notes on that later. how am I going to experience this? Like, how is this character going to experience this? And it would be disillusionment. Get around his Age of Stars. It's underwhelming. Go back to the beginning. Work with Fia. It's also underwhelming. Go at that. Somebody tells you about the Dungear ending. You don't do it because you can just watch it on YouTube, and that's fine for me. I don't need that on my hard drive. It's okay. I don't need that. I don't need that smoke. You know what I mean? And so on and so forth. Guys. Okay, guys. Let's talk about the Frenzy Flame ending real fast. Let's talk about the Frenzy Flame ending real fast.
Okay.
Shabriri. What is Shabriri's deal? What is Shabriri's problem? Okay, what is Shabriri's issue? Shabriri is the person who goes around and creates the lies that get tribes killed. Okay. He's the type of person who does that thing. Okay.
He's a shit starter.
Yeah. He specifically he is somebody who designates a group of people for genocide or persecution. Right. He's the guy who does that. Okay. So now we have a force or an energy that we can tie to all these different genocides that we've seen throughout history. The Hornsent genocide. We can tie him to. Well, I don't know if we can tie him to the Hornsent genocide, but this idea, right, that there's somebody who comes in and creates a schism or uses a certain front to create the impetus to destroy a culture.
Okay.
And possibly, I don't know, gain access to the Gate of Divinity, or I don't know, I don't really know what the traveling traders thing was about. I don't really know much about their culture. Maybe they were like half shamans or something like that were became nomadic and were hiding, and they were slowly destroyed over time. I don't know. But the Frenzied Flame ending is literally just blow it up. You're not actually putting everything back together. You're just destroying everything.
Right.
This isn't because if it was a cosmic everything's becoming one again, I don't know if I would depict that by looking at a physical tree trunk and then the energy goes up into the sky and then it spreads over Elden-Earth. That looks like more radiation. It doesn't look like an actual breaking down of reality.
Right.
Reality still exists. It's just being melted in insane heat. Right?
Okay.
The slag that would come from, somebody, smelting ore or whatever.
Right.
There's no the ideologies don't matter. The ideologies do not matter. The only thing that matters is what the person wants and are they willing to maintain what they want. That's all that matters.
Right.
Nothing else matters. What their thing is, what their flowery bullshit thing is. This guy's night. This guy's fire. This guy's poop. Doesn't matter. None of it matters. The thing that matters is, can they back up the shit that they're saying? Can they back it up? And do you want to live in that world? That's all. For me, there is no canon ending. There is no canon ending to this game. The ending is a reflection of the player. The ending is a consequence of the player's actions and will doom the lands between to whatever for the next 1,000 years.
Amen. I agree. I agree. That's good. I like that. I like that a lot, man.
Thank you.
That was
a rant.
No, it's good. It's good. I told y'all Ronnie's ending was bad, and all the endings are bad.
It's not. Well, it's not bad. It's not bad.
It's
not
bad.
It's
It's
not
bad. It's bad.
It's not bad. It's just indifferent. It's not bad. It's just indifferent. She's the if America is the helicopter mom, like the tiger mom, who's like, you better get an A on this test, or I'm gonna kill you and feed you to my evil god tree. Ronnie is like, hey man, I have to get some cigarettes. I'll catch you later, bro. And then the doll goes gray and she leaves for a while.
Damn.
That's the difference. it's which version of abuse which version of parental abuse do you want?
I like that. I like that. I like that explanation also. I like that.
Yeah, man.
Ronnie,
Get them cigarettes, Ronnie.
Ronnie the
she
dummy
does
mommy.
that to you in game.
Well, yeah, she does. And I wish I knew where she went because I was like lonely. I was like, I put that ring on your finger. And then she was like, deuces. Like, what?
I was like, hey man, I understand that this is a transactional relationship and that you needed a guy who wasn't gonna get murdered by the gods, assassins, question mark, godskins, question mark, who, question mark, or be a weird pervert or become a dog.
Right.
You know, you're a utility. You're a utility for her. She's gonna allow you to mess around and do whatever she wants, and she's not really gonna have that much in contact with you. Probably. Because she's not just kind of awkward and kind of weird. Like
Yeah.
she's like clearly she's like a little like, this is not a bad thing, but she's like clearly she's like not social.
Yeah.
And I don't think it's like a deviousness thing. I think it's a like a social awkwardness thing.
Oh, okay.
It
I can see that.
It just strikes me that way.
I can see that.
'Cause
Well, I mean,
she's very like socially awkward.
well, that's good. I mean, that's a good interpretation. I like your interpretation. And we're gonna have to call it there, bro, because it's 9:00.
Sounds good.
And
that was a good one.
And everybody, this is Light Ronin.
How you doing, guys?
Hey, he's smart as fuck. I tell you what, I like his interpretation of Ronnie's ending. All right, man. Well, I'll let you go.
Thank you.
Because I'm gonna go watch Jackal's stream. So take it easy, man. I'll see you.
Oh yeah.
All right. Later,
Bye.
man. All right, everybody. So that was tonight's show, Saturday's open mic. If you enjoyed it, make sure you come back on Monday. We're going to be streaming more Elden Ring. And maybe, that's another thing. I got gifted the entire Resident Evil series. Resident Evil. So I might be playing that on streams now. I'll make Wednesday night streams or something like that. We'll see. Or maybe I might do that Sunday mornings or afternoon. I don't know. We'll figure it out. Let's see. So next Saturday, we're going to have another open mic night. And let's see. A new question of the week is going to come out tomorrow or Monday. New question of the week. So make sure you think about that. Let's see. Make sure you go follow and watch Not Godwin, Annie Nick Kipu, Serious Moonlight, Jackal, who's about to start his stream. Check him out. Go watch Jack is a Mimic. If you don't watch it, that guy is the GOAT. Let's see. Oh, and if you want to look at the Elden Ring textures, I don't know this person, but go check out Bonfire VN, not VPN. Bonfire VN. Great stuff. Great work what he does, man. It's awesome stuff. So that's it. That's tonight's show. No, nothing. Remember, I won't be here tomorrow. I'll be with my kids. So see y'all Monday. Everybody, y'all have a great weekend out there and be safe.